Hey gems, and welcome back to another one of my videos. It's been a little while. I once again got really ill at the end of March, beginning of April, so I just needed to take a break. I couldn't do anything, but we are back now, so hopefully everything will go a little bit smoother. I had originally recorded this video as everything I made in the month of March and April because it is currently May, and so I thought it would be a little bit easier to do it that way. But once I had edited all the footage together, I realized that it was going to be really long if I did that. So here I am recording another intro because I'm going to split them back into March and April. So this video is everything I have made in the month of March, but I'm going to send you back over to past me now, so I'm in different clothes, don't mind that, and I hope you enjoy the video. A couple of things before we actually jump into what I made. I want to say thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers here. Kind of insane. We just hit 1k in the last video, I'm pretty sure, or maybe the video before that. So it's just crazy that people have come and found my videos and decided to stick around even whilst I haven't been here, so I really do appreciate it. And also I am now part of the YouTuber partner program, which is really awesome, so I can make about 3p per video. But no, it's really cool. It's really awesome that I'm able to be a part of it. I didn't think it would happen so soon. So once again, thank you so much for sticking around, watching the videos, subscribing, and all that jazz. So the first thing I want to show you guys is something that I gave you a little sneak peek of in the last video, and that is my hot bod top by Aiden Wells. Here she is in all of her glory. It is so cool. This pattern by Aiden is just so unique. Like, the way that it's put together is so cool. It's actually worked up and down rather than side to side like most like crochet tapestry pieces are worked, which gives it this really awesome ribbing because it's all back loop only as well. And let me tell you guys, this pattern is so in depth. It's actually insane the amount of graphs that Aiden has created to accommodate for so many different sizes. It's just so cool, and this was so out of my comfort zone style wise. I never really make tops, especially like vests that are actually like vests and not vests like these. So I have not worn it without a shirt underneath yet, because it's just not my vibe, but it looks sick with a shirt underneath. I just couldn't pass up the opportunity. I've always admired Aiden's work. If you aren't following Aiden, you need to right now. She is doing a blanket, and it consists of making like small crochet tapestries every week, and it just looks so cool, and you need to go follow her because the stuff that she creates is just really awesome. Anyway, the pattern is available now. It's been available for quite a while, and you should go get it because it's really cool, or really hot. This top took me, no, you're actually joking. According to my handy dandy spreadsheet, this took me 4 days, which I actually kind of believe, because I remember starting it and then finishing it and being like, wait, what the hell? This took like no time at all. What can I say? I mean, look, I like spend 90% of my life crocheting. I've crocheted for the last 3 years. I'm a pretty fast crocheter, so maybe for the average person that, you know, has other things to do with their life, it would probably take a little bit longer. But quite frankly, once you get into the rhythm of this, it's just addictive, and you just want to keep working on it. So this took me 4 days. I started it on the 26th of February and I finished it on the 2nd of March. Oh, also peep my new little clothing rail behind me. Isn't she cute? I have moved a lot of my crochet projects from my wardrobe to here to have as a cute little background, and I think it's really sweet, and I get to just I love it. I love it so much. Next up is another pattern test. A lot of these projects are actually pattern tests, but I was so excited when I was picked for this test. If you guys have been watching, you will know I am a made in the moment stan, and when Emma put out the testicle for the crochet version of her cowboy vest, I just had to jump on it. And so this is my version of the cowboy vest. Just gonna and that's not even the best part, okay? This isn't part of the pattern, but I have this thing where I love to put things on the back of my crochet projects. I'm one of those people that if I buy a jumper, it needs to have something on the front and the back, otherwise I don't feel like it's worth my money. And so I had to add something to the back. And so it says yeehaw in cowboy print, and I'm just so obsessed. So this is made using the Women's Institute yarn, which is a really beautiful, really soft yarn. And then the hat is made out of Women's Institute as well. And then this really fluffy, you guys can't quite tell properly. Do you get it? Made from this really fluffy white yarn because I wanted it to look like fur. And I know cows don't have like fluffy fur hides, is that what it's called? But I wanted to use it, okay? Sue me. I believe this is King Cole Cloud something or other, I can't quite remember. And another really awesome thing about this pattern is they include the instructions on how to do knitted ribbing, and this is my first time ever adding knitted ribbing to a crochet project, and I'm quite literally obsessed. This looks so good and it lays so nice. I think sometimes with crochet ribbing it can look a little bit rigid, a little bit too structured, and that's what I love about knitwear in general, is it has a lot more drape. I'm so impressed with myself. It's so neat and it looks so good, and the instructions are so good in the pattern as well. So I've worn this out so many times. This is like my most worn vest because I just love it so much and it fits really nice, and I get compliments on it all the time. So yeah, I love it. I love it so much. And this vest took me 13 days to do. I started it on the 7th of March and I finished it on the 20th. It was just one of those projects that once I started it, I like got addicted and couldn't put it down. Next up is another pattern test, and this is by the wonderful Woolen Buggers, who I have worked with before. And this is for her Skater Boy vest. Again, this is one that when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Like, that is me. I'll just show you. Okay. It's a pigeon riding a skateboard. Like, what? Like, how do you even think about that? How do you even like conceptualize that? Like, that's literally so funny. That's so good. And then on the back, which is part of the design and part of the pattern, it says "See you later, boy" in this really cool beach bubble. The letters are in the pattern, so I've never made like A's or even lowercase crocheted letters. I've always done uppercase, and so this was really cool. The only modification I did was this ruffled collar. I'm a sucker for a ruffled collar. Another thing I love about this pattern is this like checker, like race car checkerboard. I'm addicted to this lime green yarn. I've used it in so many projects. I used it on my ladybug project, and this took me 9 days to do. I started it on the 3rd and I finished it on the 12th. I love this pattern. It fits really nice as well. It's a really like loose open arm. There's no cuffs or ribbing, which is just a nice change of pace. It's quite unique. I would really recommend looking at all of the testers versions of this jumper as well, because we all took it in kind of different ways, and some people did different types of birds. We got parrots, we got geese, and it was just really awesome to see how creative we all got with this pattern. It's so customizable, which I think is really cool, so I would definitely check out everyone else's versions as well. Next up is another pattern test that I also did for Woolen Buggers. Woolen Buggers released 2 patterns at the same time, and the other one is actually the vest that I am wearing. So let me see if I can give you like a... So this is Woolen Buggers Girl Boss vest, and you'll know why it's called the Girl Boss vest when I turn around. Now I can't see myself, so let me know how this goes, okay? Can you see? Can you see it? Oh god, I need a bigger room. So as you can see on the back of the vest, it says Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss, and again when I saw it I was like, yeah, this is sick. Like, this is really cool. I applied and she picked me again. I even said in like the notes of my application form, I totally understand if you want to work with someone else, like you can tell me to get lost basically. And she was like, I'd love for you to try it, and so I did, and the pattern is really cool. This one's actually made to measure, so a lot of her other patterns are kind of graded, so you get an idea for how big you need to make it, but this one is made to measure, which is really awesome. This is using the Yarns and Colors Epic Cotton, which is what I used to make the hot bod top as well, which is a really nice chunky cotton. It's still lightweight, and again, I've worn this vest so many times and people are always like, that is so fun, and I'm like, yeah, I know. She actually released both of these patterns at the same time as a bundle and individually, but you get a discount if you buy them at the same time, and I recommend buying them both because why not? This vest took me 5 days. 5 days, literally 5 days. It's actually really simple. Also, it kind of recommends to use a slightly thicker yarn, so I used a 5mm hook with this, and I could have probably sized up just a little bit more. I probably could have used a 5.5, so it works up really fast is my version, and it now matches my hair because I got my hair dyed and it's now blue and green, and so it matches really well. This is the Girl Boss vest by Wool and Buggers. My third time pattern testing for them, and hopefully not my last. Next up is something very different for me. I haven't made one of these in a long time, and it's actually a bag. This is what I'm calling my blooming bag, and I actually recorded a tutorial for this, but I got ill and I wasn't able to edit it together. I wanted to get it out for like the middle of March, beginning of April, because it's like kind of a spring design. It has material straps, so it's pretty robust, and it's lined with this really adorable like bumblebee fabric I had lying around. Now I will not give you a close-up because it's really poorly done, but it is lined. So there's that. Let me know if you guys still want the tutorial for this. This flower pattern here is not my original design, but there's only one kind of like pattern for it that I can find, and I can't find any video tutorials on how to make this flower, and I think this is a really cool flower design. So let me know if you want a tutorial for it. I have all the footage, I just need to put it together, and if there's enough demand, then maybe my brain will say, yeah, go for it. Now this next one I cannot find for the life of me. I know I have it, but where it is another question. The next thing I made in March was actually a collaboration with Hobby. I'm British, so I don't know if I actually say the name correctly. I was part of their Easter campaign, and so they sent me some yarn to use, and I made a Easter themed project. Now the brief was to make a Easter inspired amigurumi or DIY, and I am not an amigurumi person. I've only made a couple amigurumi in my time crocheting, my most impressive one being BMO. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I don't really do that. So I did email them, and they said I could make a hat. So I made a hat, and so I made this really cute rainbow beanie with bunny ears. It's just really sweet. I haven't worn it properly yet because I am yet to weave it in the ends, and there are so many ends, it's actually ridiculous. I think it's really cute. It came out really nice. The yarn is so nice. I've never actually used yarn from Hobby before because, like I said, I am British, so it's hard to get the yarn over. You kind of have to spend a lot of money in order for it to be kind of worth it with all the shipping. But I used the Friends Cotton 8/8, and it was so nice. It was so soft, really nice to work with. There's such a variety of different colors as well. Thank you to Hobby for sending me the yarn. I really do appreciate it. And that hat only took me like 2 or 3 days to do. I started it on the 14th and finished it on the 16th, so it really took no time at all. And then the last thing I made in March that I remember is a little pot of flowers that I made for my mum for Mother's Day. They are currently downstairs on display, so I can't be bothered to go and get them, but I will put pictures on the screen. I got really into making flowers last month. I think that ship has sailed because they are so tedious and they take quite a bit of time to kind of sit down and make all of them, but I wanted to make her some for Mother's Day because it was Mother's Day, and it was the first time I'd made like a bouquet of flowers, I guess, for someone, and I put them in a little pot that I painted blue with some spots on it because her favorite color is blue and she loves spots. So they are little daisies, and they're really cute, and I wish I had the patience to make more of these, just like I wish I had the patience to make amigurumis all the time, because they're just so cute and they don't take that long. My brain just doesn't like making them. So I'm really happy with how they came out, and she really liked them, so I'm glad I made them. It says I started them on the 17th and I finished them on the 19th. Mother's Day was on the 19th, so I was really cutting it close with that one. But giving my really messy room a glance over, I believe that is everything that I made. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you sticking around whilst I ramble on about crochet. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed what I made, and let me know in the comments down below what you've been up to. I really want to start interacting with you guys a little bit more in the comments because I'm really bad with it. I'm really bad, and I am sorry. Just know that I read every single comment, and I really do appreciate all of your kind words. Once again, thank you so much for sticking around whilst I've been ill. I'm a lot more active, or a little bit more consistent, on Instagram, so if you want to have more updates from me, because you know, that's what you need in your life, be sure to come follow me on Instagram and also TikTok. I'm trying to be more consistent on TikTok, but the algorithm is absolutely kicking my butt right now, so it's quite demotivating, but you can come follow me over there anyway. Remember, if you liked the video, then be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It'd be great to have you here as part of this gem community we are building. And without further ado, have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, wherever you are. Take care of yourself, drink some water, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!